Hello! What's going on here? It's Bits and Bytes. From anything to everything.
Hi Johann, welcome again to another episode of Bits and Bytes, from anything to everything, if I am correct.
Morning, Paul. Thank you for having me again here on Bits and Bytes, anything to everything. It's nice to see you again, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a week, and I actually posted this podcast on Facebook, a link to it on Facebook, and I also posted it on YouTube, and yeah, the viewers are it's picking up. Man, excuse the birds there in the background. In the background, it's my two cockatiels. They also want to talk with us today, it seems.
Yeah, I don't even hear them properly, so don't worry. You can pick them up and bring them closer if you want them in the mix.
the one cockatiel is quite tame. He might allow me, but the other one, no, that thing bites. You want? Yeah, I've been thinking a little bit about what we could talk about in this podcast, and as we said last week, there are so many things relating to blindness and issues for blind people and things that frustrates people.
Yeah,
And
Paul, I have a question. On that. Nowadays we have a thing called AI, artificial intelligence, and I want to know if that is already implemented into the screen readers. I'm using Jaws, for example. But I want to know, is there any way that AI is implemented into Jaws to make the life easier for us to for example, map something that's actually not previously accessible?
yeah, I've actually done some research, and I've actually also listened to other interesting podcasts on YouTube, etc. For instance, there's this podcast called Double Tap. If you go and search the podcast Double Tap, you'll hear it's a wonderful podcast where they actually talk about blindness issues as well, and things about tech in the workplace and things like that. But yes, there is definitely such a feature in JAWS, and actually in NVDA as well. NVDA has become very, very responsive to things like that in the last, let's say, year or so. But JAWS has a feature, and we call it the AI graphics labeler. Now, so that what that does is it attempts to actually label a graphic on the internet, especially because you get those websites. Previously we were faced with unlabeled button or unlabeled graphic or things like that. Now,
Okay, but previously we had a thing called the graphics labeler or the auto graphics labeler. Is this AI graphics labeler a replacement?
no, it basically enhances it. Because what
So
happens...
it's an enhancement.
Yes, because why I say that is because many times we would graphics wouldn't be labeled properly by the developers of the website, or
Yes.
you would still need a sighted person to actually come in and look at the graphic and tell you, okay, this is how the graphic looks, and then you can label it. The auto labeler didn't always find the graphics properly and couldn't label those graphics. That's where the AI graphics labeler basically comes in, and maybe if I share my screen.
Okay, can we test it?
Yes, so maybe if I share my screen with my sound on, let me just do that quickly.
All breakfast on the screen sharing. Double dash click enter vocal.
Okay, so I've just shared
Show
my
thumbnail
screen.
video selected.
Just
Participants can now see your screen. Press F.
just hang on, that's it. Just share my screen, just so that everyone can hear the sound of the screen sharing, even that it would come through in the podcast. So what I'm thinking
Paul, I just want to make my jaws a bit softer. Please hold for me.
Windows D taskbar system. Zoom default speakers 69%, but enter volume control speaker 68, 45%.
Okay, I'm back with you.
Okay, so you can actually make your JAWS, just the screen reader itself, softer by JAWS key space V for Victor, and then J for JAWS, and then make it softer with a page up and page down. Or if you actually want to make the whole system softer, you can actually do it JAWS key space V for volume and S for system then, and then make it softer with page up and page down in that way as well.
Okay, so you say it's JAWS key space
yes,
and V, and then I press S for system.
yes.
Then I can push the system up and down. Okay, and then it's JAWS space V and J.
Yes. Yeah, but you must, after you've done that, you must do a JAWS key space again, because it's important to understand that after you've made that change, you must press escape first, and then you can press JAWS key. Yes, and then J. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Now your screen reader is softer, but your sound
it's still loud.
Yes, what it should be.
I love that.
Yeah.
94%.
Because then I can hear you better. Okay, I'm back with you.
Right. Yeah, right. So for instance, the many times, like, let's see if we can find a website where we can attempt to label a graphic with the AutoGraphics labeler. Do you have any website in mind where we can go?
Not really. I didn't find something that I don't have labels.
Websites are very, very
accessible.
These days actually, and quite responsive. But let's open Brave here by me.
Brave 4 of 20. Enter. Address and search bar.
And let's use
W selected period F R selected and E selected and scientific com. Enter selected freedom.
Let's use Freedom Scientific.
Freedom Scientific and high quality video magnifiers Braille.
That is the JAWS for Windows website.
Freedom Scientific and banner. Same page link skip the content. Link graphic call today. Link graphic Freedom Scientific.
Now there's a graphic.
Link graphic Freedom Scientific.
There. Now it is labeled, but let's see what happens if I use the labeler.
What is the keystroke for the labeler, Paul?
Logo of Freedom Scientific featuring a blue and white hot air balloon icon with the text Freedom Scientific of a Sparrow Company in black and blue letters. Okay,
so it's the JAWS key or the insert and the zero, the insert zero, it's the zero on the numeric keypad, and then the letter G for golf. That is what we previously used for the legacy or the graphics old graphics. Yes, but now by default it attempts to label or to describe the graphic. Did you hear how it described it? It was quite. Let's try again.
Link graphic logo of Freedom Scientific featuring a blue and white hot air balloon icon with the text Freedom Scientific of a Sparrow Company in black and blue letters.
Yeah, so it actually
Okay.
it actually described the whole thing, the graphic very nicely, and
Yes.
yeah, so that is what the graphics labeler is all about, to actually go and try and describe or basically label a graphic that isn't properly labeled on a website or HTML document as well.
Okay.
Now,
And
yes.
that's only for HTML, correct?
So far, it only helps in HTML documents, web documents, maybe even PDF documents. I haven't really tried it out, but I believe in any place where a graphic isn't labeled properly, people can try it and see what happens.
Okay. That's quite a nice feature because there's a lot of stuff that says graphic link and then just give a short description of, let's say, this one that we had now that just said Freedom Scientific
Yes,
graphic,
yes,
but
yes.
there's no description. It says it's a balloon and what. So I think that gives us more info on what is actually on that specific little picture that they put there for the sighted people.
Now, I also want to, for those of you who use NVDA, there is what they call a AI content describer. An AI content describer, it basically does the same. It describes content. It describes the graphic. It really basically does the same by using ChatGPT 4 and also other AI models. So what I would like to talk about now is the Jaws Picture Smart. And once again, the NVDA AI content describer also can describe pictures. You can even take a snapshot of your webcam and of your face to see if your face is properly framed, and then let the AI content describer read that. Now we can do the same with Jaws. It's just that the AI content describer has everything basically built into one add-on there. So
In
yes,
NVDA.
yes,
In NVDA, because remember NVDA have the add-ons.
yes, and Jaws has the scripts.
Yes, but essentially it's the same thing, just a different name for the same thing with
That's
for different programs.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So we have Jaws Picture Smart. Now that is different from the graphics labeler. How? By where you can actually, if there is a picture or a video, like a YouTube video, something that happens, then it actually can describe to you what the picture looks like.
Okay, so it's more or less the same thing as we have on the iPhones that gives us a description of the picture or the photo that somebody sent you.
That's right. That is correct.
Okay, that's actually a cool feature.
Yes, because
How do we go about to access that?
So, for instance, if we go into YouTube,
Windows M, desktop, Brave 4 of 28.
or let's take something much. Let's
Enter.
let's go into YouTube.
Address and search bar. Y, selected, YouTube.com. Enter. YouTube Brave.
So, let me see if I can just get something here.
YouTube. Bill Gates shocked us. Shorts heading level 2. Shorts heading something strict the knack. Shorts heading level. Mix the blessing Kari Job. Vetkik Palays 9. 17 years.
I'm just thinking what I can quickly get here, because there's so many things in YouTube, so many videos in YouTube.
Musical note Africans and the Time Tunnel 2002. Topic if the camera wasn't on. Her dad was at her on.
I don't want to waste time. And,
we must just make sure that there's no copyright on the thing that you want to access on YouTube. Otherwise, it will mute the sound for that part of the video.
Yeah, I'm looking for something on my channel here that I can actually show you. But it's going to take too long now.
Screen sharing.
It's going to take too long. Let's use the actual open window that I'm in at the moment. The screen sharing window. I'm going to do a Jaws key space. And I'm going to do a P for Picture Smart.
P Picture Smart.
And then I'm going to press enter. Now, why am I pressing enter? It's called the Intelligent Picture Smart, where you can press a W for the window to describe the window. You can press a C for the current control, or the S for the entire screen. But I'm going to press enter, because what that does, it actually intelligently tries to determine what it should describe. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
Picture Smart is in progress.
Picture Smart is in progress.
I'm thinking.
The image shows the top control bar of a Zoom video conferencing window. It includes icons and labels for audio, video participants with the number 2.
So now it gives me a description of my screen.
The image shows the top chat share highlighted with a green arrow and text are screen sharing, pause, layout, annotate, remote control, show meeting, and more options. The name Jaws 2026 appears under the participants icon. A red button labeled stop share is visible on the right side, indicating an active screen share.
Okay, so what's happening here? It's actually describing the entire the screen and how it looks to me.
Session blank. Link ask questions about this image.
It actually gives you a visual aspect of what the sighted person will see on the screen.
Basically, and the nice thing about this, if I go down, I get a link that says
link ask questions about this image.
Ask questions about this image. So I can go
virtual PC escape blank screen.
I can go and ask follow-up questions about this entire image. If I think something hasn't been described fully, or I'm not happy with how it is done, I can actually go and ask questions, about the image.
Okay, one question that I have is, when you're using this Picture Smart capabilities, can you still use the mouse pointer with your Jaws cursor to click on some buttons that Picture Smart saw or highlighted, or is it only for viewing?
It's only for viewing. You cannot with that. If Picture Smart says it's that it sees this and this and this, you can't go there and click with the mouse. No, that is not that. That might be something they might bring in the future, but for now, no, you can't do that. You have to, you have to go out of Picture Smart and then. But I believe that might be the whole point of the AI graphics labeler. So maybe they will incorporate it into one single.
Maybe they will come in the future and say, okay, if you use Picture Smart and you actually AI'd the whole window or the whole screen, then the graphics labeler will automatically tell you which graphics are there, and then you can decide if you want to label them or not.
Yes, there's a feature in Jaws now where you can actually, it's called continuous or continuous AI graphics labeling, where you can actually set Jaws to try and label the graphics as you move around on the screen. So then that basically helps as well, because then you move around on the screen, and as you move around, Jaws attempts to actually label the graphics,
the screen for you
as you move around on the screen. So that is also something that can help.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
It seems to me that Jaws brought in a lot of new features, including AI, to make stuff easier and more accessible and more visible for us as visually impaired people.
No, that's quite true. Look, I'm not promoting anything. I'm not, I'm not here to promote Jaws, neither NVDA. This whole podcast is a very balanced podcast that we have. So I just want to say that NVDA's AI content describer can also do many of these things, as I said before. So
Can we have a look into NVDA? Can you
um,
demo NVDA as well, or is it not at this stage possible?
no,
Because
I don't have I don't have the content describer installed on my
Your meeting
system.
oh,
will
the
then be
add-on.
used.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. The yeah. So I don't have that installed at the moment, but I definitely.
Okay, so what we have to tell the people is if you use JAWS, this is already pre-installed. It's part of the whole package.
That's it.
And if you use NVDA, you guys must remember that NVDA runs on add-ons. So if it
Yeah,
doesn't have the add-on installed, you can't use it.
that is so true, Johann. Thank you so much because, um, you know, often people would say, now why can't I use this with NVDA and this and this? And I just want to also mention that there's this misconception that NVDA can't be installed in the workplace because it is open source software. Um, and people say, oh, security, 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 security. But that's not the truth. Actually, NVDA has a version that is for enterprise and that actually is aimed at organizations and places of work. So this whole thing about open source software and security, it's actually now void concerning NVDA. So do not
I,
even.
th- I, I think
Yes.
the big issue is, Paul, due to the fact that the license says open source, the governing bodies of enterprises usually write down a set of rules, a
Yes.
policy, a installation policy or a user policy, and that policy can't be changed in a moment's notice. They have to go and develop a new policy which includes, for example, screen reader, open source screen readers. But then they must make sure, because remember, there's a lot of other open source stuff as well that
Yes.
doesn't
And
have the security.
yeah.
And it's so easy to get a security breach in your enterprise or in your workplace. That's why the people are scared to implement open source um, software.
No, definitely.
And the moment you are hacked in an environment like a business, there's a lot
It's
of
millions and millions
uh,
and millions. I do understand, Johan, but I want to just make this clear because it is very important for people to understand that NVDA isn't really open source software. It's software. It you can add to it with the add-ons and you can write add-ons, but it's checked by NV Access, and it
okay.
is
One
yeah,
one question I
yes,
have.
yes,
For example, I'm a developer of an add-on, okay,
mm-hmm,
and I want to get into a a government body. For example, let's say a college where I want to get the exam um, questionnaires. Okay, so now I write the add-on and I hide my loophole, my backdoor. I hide in that add-on, and I roll it out as an add-on, for example, for NetOp School, because NetOp
yes.
School is a program that
I
you use to run a teacher student environment.
yes.
And now everybody is installing that because there are visually impaired people as well in the classroom. But that makes me accessible, of that make the system vulnerable, because then the open source allows me to put something there that I can actually go into the service.
Yes, I
It's just
understand.
a, it's just
Yes,
a,
no, look, I'm sorry, Johann, our time is limited. I understand what you are asking. Definitely, I do, and that's where I'm saying again that the add-on is checked by NVDA or NV Access developers. It's checked by their programmers, and hopefully they would discover that backdoor.
so what you actually say is it must go, if you write an add-on or you create an add-on, it must go through a approval process before
Yes,
it's allowed.
yes.
Okay. Yeah, that makes the possibility much smaller.
Folks, sorry, man, that's all we have time for. You see, it's how things can develop, how things can go, how things can. You decide on one thing and then one gets talking, and that's what makes this podcast so real and so effective. Is that we just don't stick to scripts. There are many things in the world and many things out there, and we would like you as viewers, please like and subscribe. And you know, drop us an email or drop us a comment. Tell us what you think, and we hope that you will enjoy many more of these episodes.
Yes, everybody, thank you for your time, and Paul, thank you for having me again here. And be safe and be blessed, and then we'll speak next week again for our recording at the appropriate time.
Thank you very much, Johann. Stay well.
Hello! What's going on here? It's bits and bytes. From anything to everything.